Alright. We are almost at the end here. Very, very close to it, actually. You don't realize how close we are, but we are very close to it. Okay. I'm going to do a couple things in here. It's going to run about 10, 12 minutes, we have only two components left to install. We have to install today these two guys. A Patriot Vapor memory. Installing memory. Well, first, before I do that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you about this. As promised, I didn't put I didn't show you me putting the motherboard back into the case because that took me like an hour. I'm sure you have better thing to do than watch me grunt and groan and for an hour. But this was hard to get it back in. Um, you know, so, at the end of these case, all I'm going to say here is they really needed a bigger cutout hole in the back. Usually you do this procedure with a water pump with the motherboard already installed inside the computer. And having to take it out of the computer to install the water block, that really made it a real pain. Okay. So it's only three problems with the case, but those three problems with the case have already been kind of ugly. Alright. So a larger cutout in the back, so you don't have to remove the motherboard to install the water pump would be great. And, change, the back here for the radiator so you can put the screws in better. That'd be, good choice too. But we have it in here, and it's where it should be. Okay. Now you will see that these tubes here, they are not perfectly straight or aligned. That's fine. This is about the smallest size case I would recommend you use for this type of water block, the Corsair H80 version 2. Anything smaller than that, and I don't see how you're going to get the tubes to bend to fit in there. These tubes are really stiff and really hard to flex. So I would recommend the Corsair H80i version 2 for larger cases, not smaller cube cases. And don't even try it for an ICX build. It won't fit. I promise. It will not fit. So this is kind of cramped. Both these water block things here, as long as you're not kinking the tube and you've only got a bend like this, that's okay. As long as you're not kinking it, you're okay. Now, if you kink, what happens is you can restrict the water flow, and that can be bad. But even a really big bend like that, it's still okay. Alright? There's nothing kinking. It'll be just fine. Or at least it should. And from my experience. So with that done and that taken care of, we'll move on here to the Corsair RAM. RAM is not a big deal. There's only one way to put it in. Only one way to take it out. Okay? Now we have two sticks of these guys. And some motherboards, all you have is two RAM slots. Okay? And in that case, you just fill both RAM slots. Okay? Not a big deal. This run has 4 slots. Okay? So I can put a huge amount of RAM in here if I wanted to. Because I have 4 slots. But, this is, 16 gig of RAM, I may put another 16 in here later if I need more performance, but for right now, 16 gigs is going to do just fine. So, what we are going to do is install this. And I'll get a light on here to shine. Alright. This won't be great, I realize, because I got now a lot of shadows of the water block and the pumps and the tubing and everything in the way. But installing RAM is not hard at all, okay? What you have to do is, you see these little pegs here? They go up and down, okay? When you get these things should be already closed, so you have to open them up. Since we got 4 slots here, we want dual channel, we have to use the 1 and the 3 slot, okay? So you just take those little clamps and you move them to the open position there, okay? Now RAM here, you can't install it wrong, Okay. There's a little divot in here. Can you see that? It's right where my thumb is. Okay. And that makes it literally impossible to install it wrong. Okay. Since I'm at a strange angle and I'm trying to stay out the camera away and then setting position, and the computer case is in a strange way, this may be a little difficult, but it does go in real easy. It's not a big deal. But because I'm in a strange angle, this may be a little more difficult. But it is easier than I'm probably going to look here. Okay. So now we're going to first install it in the number 3 slot. And it goes in, you'll hear a click. So I'm just going to shut up and you can listen. Did you hear that? Alright. That RAM is now installed. Okay. I'm trying not to blind the camera, but still let you see in there. I don't know how well you can see that. And we're now going to install the RAM in the number 1 position here. And remember, I'm doing this, I can't really see what I'm doing. I gotta look at my monitor. So that's not quite like the same as looking at it head on here. So, but this is real easy. You just line it up. There's little grooves that it slides into. And because I'm doing this sideways and mostly by feel, that complicates it. But this is real easy. And you just push. And if you got it lined up right, which I apparently don't, there we go. And there we go. Okay. Our Patriot RAM is now installed in the 1 and 3 position. So we now have dual channel RAM going on here. Alright. We now have the last component I'm going to install shown to you. So DVD drive is going to go in out, off camera. My friend is not doing so well these days, so she likes her daily MacGyver fix. So I'm going to wait until the last minute when she's asleep and then pull the DVD drive out of the old computer. It's right now really not worth the trouble or arguments or rage that's going to cause, my friend, well, long story short, she's not doing so well right now. So I'm going to do that like middle of the night off camera. So, there is going to be a DVD drive up here, but I'm not going to show that because right now it's not a good idea to do that. And that's all I'm going to say on that matter. So now we are going to move over here, okay? We are going to be installing the SATA data cable, alright? This SATA data cable, it looks a lot like USB, okay? You can install it the wrong way. It only goes on one way. It's got little clippy ends at the end, so you can't get it wrong, okay? And this one here has 2 ends, okay? It's got one end that's nice and straight, like that. And it's got another end here that's got a hook, 90-degree hook on it. This 90-degree hook is going to go on the motherboard, so we can try and hide as much of this cable as we can. So we're going to be installing this part here, the straight one, okay? You can't get it wrong, I promise. You cannot get this wrong. I promise. And on here, and let me zoom in on here, if I can. I'm showing you my sneakers more than what I want here. Alright, a little up, a little better, and alright, we're in there. Nice and good. Alright, I'm working blind here, so, alright, now, on here, let me move my light source a little bit. Alright, now you see you're going to have 2 holes, okay? One is SATA data, that's a smaller one. And this bigger one here is your power. SATA power cable plug. Alright, we're going to be installing today the SATA data cable. Only goes in one way. I am working blind, so I may have to do this again. But it only goes in one way. Can't get it wrong. And I just wasn't working blind here. I could do this better, but you know, I am working blind. But it goes in that hole. It should just slide right in. That didn't go in. Now, if I was looking at this directly, this would go in like 2 seconds, but I'm not. So this is not going in so easily as I want it to. Alright, now that should be in. Yep, that's in. Alright, awesome. Yep, that's in. Yep, that's in. Okay. Now we are going to be backing up here. As I showed you how to do it. Yep, you see that? That's in there. So, you know, we're good there on that. Yeah, keep in mind I'm doing it the hard way. You know, if you'd be doing it, you'd be looking at it directly and, you know, it'd be a lot easier. So now we're going to back things up a little bit. Alright. And we're going to install this thing into the SATA data. Okay. Most motherboards, you know, it has, you know, at least 2 of these SATA data areas, data ports. It doesn't really matter which one you use. Okay. I'm going to try to get that pointed on there. Okay. And there you go. And you can't see it too good. Alright. I'm trying to figure out my light here for a minute. Alright, I'll just point it out here. Maybe I can move the case a little better. Alright. I think we got the light pretty good there. Okay. So now we are going to be working on putting this thing into our SATA data area. Okay. And it doesn't matter which one you use. You can use one or use the other. It doesn't matter. Okay. And what you do, just like with the SSD drive, you just find the hole and it should go right in. Should. Yep. And as if by magic, we now have our SSD connected for the data. Not for the power, but for the data. Okay. And now I'm going to show you real quick how to install SATA power. Okay. I'm not going to be. This is not going to be the final way. Because I have to do cable management here. I'm just going to show you really quickly how this is hooked up, real quick. All right. You'll see the end result when I get it all in there nice and proper. Okay. Alright, now this one here, I'm going to show you the difference here. This is an old Molex. Okay. Alright, you see that? Nice big chunky. It's got four holes in there. That's the Molex, old Molex connector. They still have it around in case you need it, but you know, these things are disappearing quickly. This is what you use today. Okay. This is your SATA power connector. Try and show you that. As you see, it looks a whole lot like a USB connector. It's very much like it, goes in the same way, pretty much. So now, we're just going to install that to show you how it's done. And I may have to fidget with this for a minute just to get it in there right. Since I am working blind here. I am. And remember, these things can only go one way, so don't fit. You get it wrong, turn it around, and try the other way. And like I said, it would really help if I wasn't working blind here, but I am. And this should go in. Now this normally is not a hard process, but because I am working blind here, that makes it a little bit harder for me to do. Ah, darn it. Alright. Why is that not wanting to go in there? Alright, I gotta turn that around. Okay. Alright, now that should go in. Why are you not wanting to go in? Yeah, like I said, this normally isn't a problem, but because I'm sitting at a strange angle here, this is a problem. Alright, that's in. And now for some reason that fell out. I'm not quite sure why that fell out, but I'll put it back in. Maybe I didn't have it on all the way. And alright. I don't know why that fell out, but yep, that's in. Okay. So now we have power and data connected to the soft disk drive, to the SSD drive. So the wiring on this, as far as you're concerned, is done for the SSD drive. Okay. So that's done, and I showed you how to hook up the data cable to the motherboard. Normally this process isn't so difficult, but because I am kind of sideways here, it makes it a lot more difficult. But normally it's not a hard process, but I'm making it hard on me, so you can see what I've done. So that's why it takes a little extra time and looks a little harder than it is. But normally if you're facing it, pop goes in, no problem. So that's it for now. And the next video we'll do more wiring until we're done. Okay, bye.